Okay guys, in this video the idea is to show you how the hole wizard works, how to make specific types of holes in different materials. So to begin, we have to get a material. In that order, I'm going to create something here in the top plane, big enough to make holes on it. So I will finish the sketch here, and then I select the sketch, go to extruded boss base, and I'm gonna make it 50 millimeters tall. So I have my material. This is the material that I'm going to start making holes on. As you can see, now that I have something, this feature is not grayed out. So we have three different things here. We're gonna start with the hole wizard. And as soon as I click on it, we're going to see all these options. How does it work? You work first in the first tab and then in the second tab. So let's suppose that I want to make a hole such as this one, this type of hole. So I have to get a standard and then I have to get a type. So what does it mean? This works with established measures, with the real screws or real holes that we have to make like in real life. And here we have the specification of the hole. So I'm gonna select M5 for example. Here I can select the measure for the slot length, and let's suppose this is the type of hole that I want. It doesn't show me a preview, but when I go to positions, it asks me where do I want to make the holes. So I will have to select the surface, and it's going to be this surface. Now that I have the pencil, it shows me the type of hole that will be done here. So I'm gonna make, for example, one hole here and another hole here. I'm gonna change the orientation of the view so I can see it better. And here, now you see that the tab changed and we're in the tab sketch. So I can smart dimension my holes. And I can say that, for example, the distance between the middle of the hole and the edge of my surface will be, for example, 30. And the distance between the middle of the hole and the other edge of my hole and the other edge of my surface will be, I don't know, 50. So I can put I can make my holes wherever I want. If that is what I want, I'm going to finish here to close this dialog, the dialog of the dimensions, and I'm still here in the hole wizard. So those are the two holes that I want. I'm gonna click on the tick, and automatically I have my two holes. Just for you to see the shape of the holes, I'm going to change the display view. Here, you can see that the hole went through all the part, because that is the specification of the type of hole that we made. So let's check it in here. In this is the size below, and this is the size above. So as you can see, it changes. Now, the other one I wanted to show is, well, in advanced hole, you were going to have pretty much the same options here, but you can select near and far sides. In this case, it's exactly the same. You just have to select the standard, the type, the size, everything else. What I want to show you is, in the hole wizard, we have threads. Threads work to create screws in this case, or places to work with screws. So I need, in the first place, I need an edge of a cylinder, and then I can work. So here I don't have the edge of a cylinder. I'm gonna make it really quick. So sketch, I'm gonna make a circle that will be here on the surface. I don't care how big is the circle. I finish and then I extrude it. So this will be 70 millimeters. Click on the tick, and this is my circle. So once again, hole wizard, I'll go to thread. Yes. And it says, okay, select the edge of the cylinder. So I'm gonna select this edge of the cylinder. And then, as you can see, it automatically shows me one type of screw, that is this one. So type, I'm gonna say metric die, and the size, if I change the size, that preview will change. So for example, I'm gonna select this one. As you see, the preview changes, and here, by changing the size, everything else changes. So here, for example, I can control, if I don't want a screw that is not long, I need it longer, I will change it. and I can make it like this. So I complete the whole cylinder. Let's suppose that this is what I want. I'm gonna click on the tick, and automatically I have a screw. And the screw have real specifications. I mean, it is specified to work in real life. So whenever you want to evaluate or make something like that, you can evaluate the screw in real life with real life measures. And that's the way we work with the whole wizard. Okay, to explain this Revolved cut tool, I just prepared this part. It's just a giant block of material. Remember, Revolved cut works exactly as Revolved boss base, but instead of creating material, it's gonna cut material. So I need material to be cut. In this case, I'm gonna work on the front plane. So everything in the front plane will be like in the axis to cut all the revolution in this case. So I'm going to select front plane and give normal 2 to have a better view. Since front plane is already selected, whatever I click on here on these sketches will be drawn on the front plane. So first thing I'm going to draw will be the axis. The axis will be in the middle of the box from here to here, and I'm going to finish the sketch. So sketch number 5 is my axis. Second thing I'm going to draw will be a polygon because it is a close contour. So it will be okay, and it tells me, okay, where do you want to draw? I want to draw on the front plane. And this thing will go out of the shape. Just like this, out of my material, sorry. And finally, just to make another example, I'm gonna make a line where on the front plane, and I'm gonna draw something else a little bit out. So I've drawn like a lightning. Remember that it is a closed contour. It is a closed contour. It is a closed shape, so it will be cut. If it is not closed, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna hide my front plane, and in this case I'm going to make a revolve cut of these two things around this axis. So I'll go to features, I'll go to revolve cut, and it asks me, okay, what do you want to cut? I want to cut this. And it asks me, okay, and what is the axis of revolution? Which is this one. So as you can see, here a little bit better, I'm just cutting a circle, let's say, but it has the shape of this polygon. So let's say this is what I want. I'm gonna click on the tick, and now all the block that I have, since remember that the polygon was drawn like here in the middle, when it makes all the circle, it will go out of the part only here, 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 and here, as you can see. So it goes out here, here, and here. And the same thing happens with the lightning. So again, I'm gonna say revolve cut. What do I want to cut? I want to cut this. And what axis? I'm gonna cut this. So again, when I move, what I'm doing is basically a circle. That's why it is a revolve cut. And let's say this is what I want. So as you see, the shape that went out is like this. So on this side of the block, since it was not a cube, on this side of the block, we had this cut. On this side, we got this, and like that, and like that. So here, what we cut was this lightning, and here, what we cut was this polygon. And this is the way to use revolve cut.